What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Ken again, your simple runner. And how are you doing everybody? I hope you're doing safe, and thank you again for the subscribers, viewers, likers out there. You're awesome, always awesome guys, and stay healthy, stay safe as always. Alright, so today we're gonna do a review again, but this is not gonna be your typical shoe review, but instead we're going to do some technical review. Technical in forms of new technologies out there. I'm going to review a laptop actually. So I decided to change my course. So it means to say that I'm gonna venture out with other type of vlogs instead of just running vlogs, shoe review vlogs. So this year it will be a little bit different. So I bought myself a new laptop actually because I wanted to upgrade the previous rig that I have. It's a little bit slow and it doesn't fit the things that I need to do this year. So I do have here the TUF gaming laptop here. It's on the box. So there are a few things that we're going to do today. So we're going to unbox this gaming laptop and we're going to upgrade it. There are a few things that I considered buying this laptop. This is actually the TUF 506. And this is running under the AMD RYZEN 9. The reason why I bought this laptop is mainly because of A, I need it for school. Yes, I'll be going back to school. B, I do a lot of video editing and heavy graphics editing as well. And C, I wanted to play some games just to relax myself as well. Going back to gaming, the specification that this machine have really fits the things that I need, and of course it's budget friendly. Of course, when you buy a machine, it has to always go back to your budget. How much do you have before buying the machine? After doing some research on computers, stores, and some ideas and thoughts of bloggers, I decided to get this computer. So let's go ahead and dig in with this computer with the specs. And there are a few things that we're going to do, like I said earlier. So we're going to install the Windows. 2, we're going to upgrade because technically it's running under a limited space, which is 512 gig for the storage. It's decent, but I needed something like 1 terabyte storage in forms of the 970 Evo SSD. Yes, this machine is still running with SSD, but it's a little bit limited for 512. And we are going to upgrade the Wi-Fi card. Alright, so today we are going to do an unboxing of the TUF Gaming A15 laptop. So A15, normally it comes with Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 8, but this one, man, it comes with RYZEN 9. Okay, 900. So this will be the upper series of the TUF 506 laptops, A15, and around about 1600 Canadian. So today we are going to unbox this gaming laptop. Alright, so I haven't opened this one, so it's just the first time that I'm gonna open this one. Sealed. Open it with a key. Okay, here we go. A15, fresh from the box, laptop. Okay, what do we need to know about this machine? It's basically 8 cores and running around 144 Hertz refresh rate on the screen. RTX for the graphics, it's RTX 2060. So it's about mid-range for graphics. I know there are better graphics out there for desktop, but this one is for mobile because the other RTX that I've seen is 2070, if I'm not mistaken. and there are more. So this is Ryzen 9. It's for mobile laptop, running at 8 cores. So basically its base power is 3.4, I guess, but we'll see. So this is the overall build. Tough, it's military grade as they said. Okay, decent, it's really sturdy. Okay, so basically for input and output I/O, we have a portable USB drive here, type C for mobile connection. If you have your Samsung, then you're good on this type C connection. All right, Ethernet port, power port. The other side, this will be another USB. Okay, exhaust. You have a decent exhaust here at the back. Right, so what we're going to do actually on this machine is basically upgrade the internal storage, which is around 512 SSD, to an M2 V-NAND SSD 970 Evo Plus and NVMe M.2. So this is basically the third generation of SSD. So it's faster and it has a lot of storage. So this is 1 terabyte, guys, 1 TB. Right, so instead of the 512 that we have in this machine, we are going to install 1 terabyte SSD for this 970 Evo Plus. Alright, so since we're installing a new SSD or storage on this device, basically what we need to do is copy the pre-installed Windows on the installed or currently installed SSD inside this machine right now, because I don't basically have any installer of Windows right now. So we will use the pre-installed application on current installed SSD, and then we are going to mirror it to the new Evo Plus SSD in here. So what we need to have here is basically an enclosure. So I actually bought an enclosure here for my SSD. I already installed the SSD inside, so sorry about that, guys. It's basically just pop it and then push it out and you'll have the SSD, but I'm not gonna do that right now because I already installed it. Just take some time. Anyway, so we are going to turn on this machine. Basically we need power first. Okay, so I got the power here, so we're gonna hook it up. Okay, turn it on. So what we're doing currently is we're going to set up the Windows first. Once we are set it up on Windows or drive C, basically the bootable drive, then we're going to copy whatever the content of that C drive to here using data migration software. And of course it would take time, so let's see how fast it could be done. All right, there we go. So yeah, just a moment. So again, this is the Asus TUF Gaming A15. Usually you will see it on the version of Ryzen 7 and Ryzen 8 with 1650 Ti graphics, but this comes with a higher upgrade. So it's Ryzen 9 and it's RTX 2060. All right, so let's set up the language here. Just a moment. It's just amazing to think about the way that they put on the installation of Windows. So way before, we have to use the diskette to install the operating system. Right now you can just install it using an enclosure or maybe a USB for the operating system, but more and more they are just pre-installed on the built-in hard drive, just like this. So all you have to do is set it up. It's pre-installed on the machine. Okay, so we are able to boot the system for the first time, and the next thing that we are going to do is actually copy the system files or the C drive that boots the OS to another drive, which is my enclosure. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be using an enclosure, by the way, just to copy the system files from C, and technically just copying it. So I have here the enclosure where I put on the new SSD of 1 terabyte. So we're gonna copy that system files to this enclosure. So it's like USB or USB-C. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, in order to do so, we are going to use a third-party software, and that third-party software that needs to be downloaded is called the Mini Tool Partition Wizard. So we're just going to connect to the internet, to the Wi-Fi I should say, and just go to any website. Let's just use the common website, which is Google, of course, and let's search for Mini Tool Partition Wizard. That's the second one there. So this is actually a partition wizard for any SSD or storage device. So you just need to download this. So you can just download it, and it is for free edition. So you can go pro or server edition, but that's not necessary. So all you have to do right now is to do the partitioning and copying of the system files. So I already downloaded it in my computer, so I'll just need to pull it up. So Mini Tool Partition Wizard is right there. Let's go ahead and open it. Oh, by the way guys, heads up, I already set up my system, so I already did the copying and installation basically. So what we're going to do here is just for demonstration. Alright, so once you have that software open up, basically you will see two disk. Right, so this can vary actually, so it would show disk 0 or disk 1. So for my end, I'm looking at disk 1 and disk 2. So once you plug in your SSD or your enclosure, basically you'll be seeing the same thing. Okay, so this is my enclosure and SSD is inside. So what we're going to do basically is just copy the disk 1 or disk 0 to disk 2. So disk 2 is actually the enclosure, or where my 1 terabyte hard disk is, or the SSD. So in order to do so, you just need to go to migrate OS to SSD. It's on the left side here, and just click on that. It's basically easy to follow, and just click on I would like to replace my system disk with another hard disk. You can actually choose any of this for now, because basically you're just migrating the operating system from C to another device. For my end, I'm using the enclosure, so I would just use this A. Okay, so I just need to click next basically, and on this page, basically you would just select the destination where the operating system will be copied. So you don't need to select disk 1 again, because that is where the destination or where the original operating system is. You just need to click disk 2. That's your destination storage. So it would copy the disk 1 to disk 2. So once you're done with that, we just need to click next, and it would allocate partitioning and formatting. So you just need to follow through. So I don't need to do that because it's already done on my end. I didn't need to redo it again and mess up my hardware. So yeah, basically that's how you do it. So click next, and then once you are done, you just need to click apply. It's on the left side here. Once you click apply, it will create a mirror of the C drive to your disk 2. Okay, so right now the mirror is on my disk 2, so you can see it here. So this is where the system will boot. So once you're done copying once the system is basically done mirroring the C drive, all you have to do is just close the operating system, or I mean the application. So understanding what you did is very important. So what you did basically is to copy the content of C drive moving to another disk. Okay, now the system will be a bit confused because you have two operating system now on both drives. So once you install the new SSD, all you have to do is configure this operating system, the two operating system, where it should boot on the BIOS. And I'll show you later on once we install the hardware, the new 970 EVO SSD. Okay, so we're all set. So our goal, which is to migrate the data from the SSD, the external SSD, is done. So what we need to do now is to open up this computer and then install this SSD. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove that. I'm gonna show you guys how to remove it. There you go. There you go. That's the enclosed SSD 970 EVO. So I'm just gonna remove that. Basically, just turn it right there. Okay, don't want to lose that one. There we go. That's the newest 1 terabyte hard drive that we're going to put on this machine. Imagine the evolution of hard drive from mechanical to memory. Just a stick now. Way before, it's so hard to put a 2.5 on the machine. Oh, by the way, this one has a 2.5 slots as well for those who want to upgrade. But anyway, we'll go to that later on. Alright, so to open up this computer, I basically need a piece of clothing where I can put the screw on for it not to be lost. Okay, just gonna put it there and unscrew all this here at the back and I place it there. Alright, so we'll take some time, bro. Okay, so next thing, you just need your Costco card. I'm just kidding, any card can do. And you need to try to open up the edge of it here. So it'll be a little bit difficult at first because this is new. Oh, I forgot the middle screw. That's the reason why. To check. Okay, there you go. All right. Before moving on to this machine, for you guys, for starters, some PCs have connection built into this cover. So when you are removing a laptop cover, you have to really be careful pulling it out because you might, destroy some wires that are pre-built on the machine. All right, just one tip. Okay, so we have here the computer. Okay, so this is the internal of the computer right now. I don't know if you can see that. So we have the heat sinks here. Okay, exhaust for cooling the computer, of course. And like I said, this is the 2.5 tray for external, if you want to upgrade your computer still for 2.5 size of SSD or maybe hard drive, then you can install it here. Now, what we have here, this is the pre-installed NVMe or the SSD. There we go. Our goal is to remove that SSD and then put it here. Remove this SSD and put it here, and then put the new EVO SSD on this, the 1TB. Okay, that would be our goal. Okay, easy. So we're able to swap two SSD. So this is the 1TB Evo SSD, and this is the 512 SSD, the pre-installed, or I mean machine build SSD inside. Okay, this one. All right, guys, so we're gonna close it up and see how it performs. So I'm gonna just close it up. I'm not gonna put the screw yet, and then check with the machine if it's perfectly working. So troubleshooting 101. Okay. Okay, so back to this page. So what you are looking at is actually the system BIOS. Now, in here, it is where you need to configure your priority booth. What am I saying? This is where the operating system or the primary operating system needs to be redirected. So technically, once you install the copied operating system, in my case it's the 970 Evo, it would detect two operating system on the hard disk. It's on the 512 SSD and 1TB SSD. So it's a little bit of confusion right there. So the system will be confused. So originally it would still follow the original storage, which is the 512 SSD with the operating system. So that's where the system will always go. Now, in order to configure that, you have to go to this BIOS. That's what I'm saying. So how do you go to this page? You just need to press F2 once you are rebooting your system. So let me just demonstrate it here. So I'm just gonna turn it off. Okay, turn off the power. Okay, turn it on again. And then while it is booting, just keep pressing F2. There you go. It's back to the BIOS. Okay, so in the BIOS system, you can see all the information on your hardware, BIOS version, CPU, memory, video graphics, and serial number as well. Okay, now what you need to be doing here is actually setting the priority for boot, like I said. So you can click and drag it actually. So in my case, I already set up mine to be the 1TB SSD, so it's all clear. You don't see the other boot priority here on the second box. It's gone. But technically, once you reboot your system and go to the BIOS, you will see two. Okay, now configuring it, you can just go to advanced mode, just press F7 and go to booth. Okay, so you can see here that I only see boot option number 1 because that's my 1TB. It's already been cleared and I already format and did my thing. Okay, so boot number 1 for me is the Samsung 970 Evo. This is where I was telling you guys where you can delete and add the boot that you need to prioritize here. Okay, it's basically easy to do so. So just be careful what you delete. Okay, so for my case, I deleted the 512 SSD where it contains the original operating system. So I set the priority to the copied or the mirrored OS. All right, so it's done. Okay, so yeah, you just basically delete that one and you're done, and just press F10 back to normal. Okay, there you go. It will just automatically reboot and go to the main interface. Okay. Right, sorry. Alright, so going back here, like I said, once you delete that boot priority, which is usually the disk number 1, and the priority now is disk number 2 on my case. Okay. The last thing that you need to do basically is to make that remaining SSD or the original SSD as your backup storage, just like I did. Okay, so yeah, this is the 1 terabyte SSD now that I installed, and this is my backup, which is the 512 SSD WD. Now, in order to do so, you just need to format it. How? You just go back to Partition Wizard. Okay, so on the Partition Wizard, it will show you this as one as it would still show you the disk one. All you have to do is just right click on it and then delete all partition. Once you delete all partition, once it's done, just go back and click here or right click on it and just click format. There will be the format, the option for format will show here. So you just need to format it. So once it's done, basically empty. So it will just show you a backup storage now. Okay, so basically that's how you do it, and yeah, it's easy. But if you can't follow, you need to do a lot more research.